I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Hi everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing Scandal Season 5 Episode 7. We're starting off with Fitz. He's giving a press conference, apologizing to his family, his children, Melly, the country for his, behaviors that's been going on in these past few months. He's sorry that these parents have had to sit their children down and explain why the president was doing the things that he was doing, and to make amends for that. He's gonna make schools better, healthcare more affordable, and get back to running the country the way he should have been running it. And then he is sorry for his behaviors, and that they hope he forgives him. He didn't ask God, he didn't ask his family, and hopefully the public will, accept his apology too. Then we get over there, him and his staff, the White House staff, they two-stepping it up, just happy that, hey, this impeachment didn't go through, we happy, yeah, we just, shaking it up, having a good time. Then Cyrus comes in and lets, Fitz know that, hey, Rowan then somehow got released from prison, and his right-hand man, Tom, that I forgot his name last time, Tom, he has been released from prison as well. So now Olivia, she has to play the, oh my goodness, my daddy is like the most ruthless man that ever was, is out on the street. Yes, she was somewhat responsible for facilitating him being released. She asked Melly to do it. Melly said no, but then turned around and did it anyway. So it's kind of like it's Olivia's fault too, because she asked for it. But just because she asked for it didn't mean Melly had to do it. But still, either way, she is somewhat responsible for not only her daddy getting out, but Tom getting out. Now, Fitz mad because Tom is the one who killed baby Jerry. Olivia's daddy, he responsible for just all crime that was going on, but in a way, when he was out in the world, he was getting things done, and it is kind of his, he's responsible for Olivia not having to testify. He's responsible for Fitz not being impeached. So, it's like, we got to get good with the bad. Not so much the good with the bad, but, this is what we wanted, to not have to do these things. And unfortunately, we had to go to this person so it wouldn't happen. So, I want to know how long it is going to be before Fitz puts two and two together and realize that Olivia had something to do with it. And when he knows that Melly is working with Rowan, who's he going to be more mad at, Olivia or Melly? I'm thinking he's going to be more mad at Melly, because he loves Olivia, and in his eyes, Olivia can do no wrong. So we got Jake sitting in the dark at Olivia's house. He going through some things. He's wondering how can she be so stupid as to allow her father to be released from prison. And it's like, your daddy killed my wife. Basically you killed my wife, because if you hadn't let this crazy fool out, then my wife would be dead. But then you have to think about it. If she wasn't trying to kill him, he wouldn't have killed her. Like, it wasn't like she was just an innocent. She did set up the steps to get him killed. So it was like, I guess Jake, he's under this, like, I can see why he's mad. It's like, your daddy killed my wife. We just gonna never mind the fact that, she set up that guard to kill him. So it's like, how could you be so stupid? Like, every person that he kills after this, their blood is going to be on your hand. I can't do nothing else for you. And Olivia, she's just sitting there like, she didn't know that, Jake's wife was going to get killed, but, she was collateral damage. You should have been trying to come for me. If you don't come for Papa Pope ain't going to come for you. So we have Olivia at the White House just sitting on her phone, just, doing whatever she's doing. And Fitz is trying to figure out how can he, get the people back on his side. And she said he giving him suggestions. And Cyrus, he is over in the corner and he's peeping this out. It's like, basically, Olivia is Fitz's brain. Basically, Fitz is just a vessel. She is the mind that tells him what to do. And Cyrus, he's peeping this out, but he don't say nothing right away. She gets a call. It's a new client for OPA. So it's just like, I got to go. I got business to take care of. Mama got to make this money because somebody wants to work with us after all this scandal that went on. So she goes to the office, and immediately Huck is there like, okay, your daddy's out, that means he's gonna be starting up B613 again. I can't be doing this, I'm stressed out. But she's like, look here, Huck, we ain't in the spy business no more, we getting that together. But Huck, he been B613 to the heart. He's deep down in B613, but he kind of worried because he's trying to get his woosah on, and he don't want to get back in there. He know how Daddy Pope get in his head, like he ain't trying to do that. But Liv was like, we ain't finna do that, we just gonna see who this client is. This client, her name escapes me, but she says that she was raped 2 years ago, and that she wants the person who raped her bring to justice. Like, apparently she was a student, she got raped by her professor, and she's like, I want you to talk to the president. Like, this your boyfriend the president, you got close ties to him, I need you to tell the president that I was raped. And I'm like, why she need to tell the president? Olivia's like, look, this is not how it works. We don't just go to the president and tell him things. She's like, well, he gonna want to know, because the person who raped me is Frank Holland. Frank Holland is this acclaimed author who is getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And he didn't work throughout the world to make, what's the word I'm looking for women, educational equality all around the world, and help women all throughout the world read, then help several women become famed authors. He's like the woman's like guide to women. Like, he is that person. Like, he's all about uplifting women. And she's like, well, he is a rapist and he raped me. I went over to his house, he drugged me, I woke up, he was on top of me. I didn't got kicked out of school. Basically, they didn't kick me out, but they told me maybe you should take you some time off and do a little something like this. So Olivia's like, okay, how do I go to this person who's getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom and say, hey, this man who's all about uplifting women has raped somebody? Abby, she loves this man because the book he wrote gave her the strength to leave her husband. He didn't help other women in situations like that. So Olivia's like, okay, how do I prove this acclaimed man who's all about women and helping women out is a rapist? So Elizabeth, she's not taking her losing her job sitting down. She goes, Abby, looking like her Abby. Sally Langston and asked me to come on her show, and I'm thinking about doing that. So either I do that or you give me my job back at the White House. I want to work somewhere with the president. Just this is what I want. I know a lot of stuff that be going on there, and this is where I gotta stop Elizabeth at, because she must realize that if she goes after the president and somehow Olivia gets hurt, Huck's gonna take this personal, like you didn't hurt him. That Huck is not he is not above breaking into your house and laying in the bed next to your child and whipping you left and right across your back. He's not above that. He done it before, and he will do it again. He did already doggone pull Quentin's tooth out by the root without any pain. He is known for drilling folks in the knees and cutting them up slowly. So the fact that she would want to threaten to bring down the White House and Olivia be caught in the crossfire, she be doing too much. This is why I'm surprised that she actually let that tape leak about Olivia, because Huck is awful. He would die for Olivia. He killed multiple people for Olivia. He'll just torture just because Olivia say so. She won't do that, but he will. So the fact that she's trying to come for the White House, then and effort Olivia, she's got some she got some big balls for trying to do that. And Abby's like, good and doggone well, Cyrus is not gonna let you come back to the White House. Not even a doggone empty the trash for the president. But she's like, I'm gonna need you to get this together. You got 48 hours. Time starts now. So Olivia and Quinn go see author Frank Holland to tell him that, hey, there is a young lady who is accusing you of rape. He looks at the paper, looks at the girl's picture, calls his wife in. His wife is like, oh yeah, I remember her, we brought her over, she helped you out with the paper. And like, Olivia and Quinn, they got this unspoken, like, they're talking to each other without talking to each other. And she was like, oh yeah, and this girl, yeah, she got in trouble because she plagiarized the paper. So now Olivia got to come back to this girl like, hold up, so you plagiarized the paper? So now this is looking like you coming out for revenge. Is it this? She's like, no, yeah, I did plagiarize this paper, but he raped me. So now they gotta find other victims, and they do. They find, I don't know how many girls, but it's all the same story. That he was a professor. They loved him as a professor. He was a great professor since professor's been professing. They go over to his house. Their water, tea, soda, coffee, all this were drugged, and they wake up on top of him. When they go to the school is like, oh, you're suffering from depression. Oh, you have an eating disorder. Oh, this is wrong with you. It's like, never is always something wrong with them, and they go from like excellent A+++ students to failing classes. So now they see a pattern. Huck, he goes to Olivia. That's like, okay, we need to look into some things. Look what drugs he's taking. And he was like, well, his wife is taking some pain medication for this chronic pain she has. So Olivia goes back to their house, and she's like, your husband has been raping women, and he's been using your pills. And he's like, I never. And the wife is like, shut up, sit down. And she just gives him one of these good snaps, and he sits back down. And she was like, I graduated in 1974. Back in those days, only 8% of women graduated. My husband right here, I met him in 1973. He is the only man who supported me as an educated woman. My husband has helped educate women all over the years. So if a few women have to get drugged and raped, so be it. So not only is he raping people, drugging and raping people, but his wife is his accomplice. Like, she is giving him the pills to rape people. I'm like, so how is her love for him so strong that, like, he didn't supported me in my career as an educated woman, so I'm going to support him on his quest of raping people? And she's like, you know what? All these girls can accuse him, but nothing's going to happen. My husband, he is, all women love him. He has helped out women all over the country. Yes, about 50 or 60 of them got drugged and raped, but was that, compared to all these millions upon millions of women that he has helped educate, further their careers? Yes, my husband is a rapist. I gave him the pills to do it. Shoot, sometimes I even video. This is like what I'm getting from her. Like, yeah, this is our life. You can't take us down. Yeah, I was like, his wife is helping him rape people. This is I couldn't believe it. So Olivia tells Abby, go ahead and let Elizabeth go on in that show. Let her go ahead and do it. So Elizabeth, she goes on the Sally Langston show. And Sally, she bored and happy. She's like, ooh, I'm going to give me some good dirt on her. So Elizabeth, she gets on there and she's like, I am mad and I am hurt. And Sally's like, yeah, go ahead, girl. Spill that tea. She's like, that my good friend, Mr. President's name was tarnished and dragged through the mud. My fellow taxpayers' money was wasted on this vicious manhunt, and those two senators should be ashamed of themselves for treating our president this way. And Sally's looking like, now what now? Now, girl, you know damn well this is not how it's supposed to go. You were supposed to come over here and give me all the good juicy tea about that president, and you coming over here praising him. She's like, oh, this is what you're doing? Okay, I'm sorry, but we have to go to commercial right now. We'll be back with Sally Langston's The Liberal Pursuit, or whatever that show was called. And Sally, she was looking like, well, dang. I thought I was trying to get some dirt about the White House from somebody who was kicked out of the White House, and she come over here praising him. Ain't that about something? So at the end of the episode, we have this communication with Cyrus and Olivia. And Cyrus, this is when he got to get some things off his chest. Like, he is supposed to be the man behind the man. He's not supposed to be the man behind the woman. He's like, you almost the president. You giving president all his ideas. Like, dang, why don't you just sit behind the desk at the Oval Office? She was like, this is not what I'm trying to do. But he's like, I peep what you're trying to do. I'm not trying to be the man behind the woman. I'm the man behind the man. And then you see Olivia, she's sitting up there like listening to Fitz, and then she's like, she's not really wanting to go there and help her because she don't want to make it seem like Cyrus is true. But then she does what she does, and Fitz, you gonna do this A, B, and C. We gonna get this together. We don't need too many people in this room over here. No, it's supposed to be you, these two other people. You get this over here, and like she is getting Fitz all the way together. Like I said earlier, she is the brains and he is just the vessel. She is like, Fitz don't know what he doing, So, you need somebody like Olivia to get things together. So that was just happened. What else happened? Oh yeah, Vice President, like her and old David Rosen, she had a little crush on him. She's like, I heard you was going somewhere, boo boo. You want to ride in my motorcade with me? It'd be a little fun like that. She kind of flirting with him, and he was kind of flirting with her back. But then we got him and Elizabeth. He's trying to tell her every way from Sunday how he don't like her. The next thing you know, they get to making out in his office. She talking about somebody, he ain't got no panties on. I was like, really? You ain't got no panties on? But anyways, that's none of my business. And I felt bad because Vice President lady, she done came and brought him some wine coolers. Trying to get something going with him while he in the office with Elizabeth. But she was like, I'm gonna wait. No, I shouldn't wait. She's like a little nervous teenage girl going out on a date for the first time. But I was like, I kind of feel sorry for her because she wanted to have her little romantication with David Rosen. But I guess he ain't really feeling her. He like him a strong woman. Is gonna take charge and beat him a little bit. So yeah, I'm not really beat him, but you know what I'm saying. So that was the gist of the episode. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment or a video response. And like always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.